This is a situation where Clay Higgins, Republican House member from Louisiana, was chairing this hearing, and he was asked for them to have a vote on subpoenaing the Epstein files, and he wasn't ready for it.
Document into the record listing the members of this committee and their individual calls to release the Epstein files.
The subcommittee stands in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Point of order. Are we not going to take the vote?
We're in recess. That was a previous order.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, we need to take the vote from the motion.
We're in recess pursuant to previous order, which passed without objection. So we're in recess, and we will move to those votes. Sorry, this is out of order conversation. I'm just being polite. We had the previous order that we moved without objection. Votes would be moved until after deliberation.
So, when is the actual? When are we back in session for this subcommittee? After votes?
That is subject to the call of the chair, as I stated. So
We're going to do a permanent recess.
The previous order. So stand by.
Clay Higgins said stand by. He's chairing this committee for this particular evening. Representative Summer Lee asked for a vote to subpoena those files. As soon as that was asked for, Higgins said, we're adjourning, we're taking a recess. Didn't address it all, didn't say hell no, because, they'd have to take that vote. So as they argued over whether or not they're going to take this vote rather than go to this recess, he goes, well, according to the chair, whoever that is, that was me, just said that we have to go to recess. So there's nothing I can do about it. Sorry about that, fellas. And then so they adjourned quickly and then came back. When they came back, they had to vote on it. And this is the second funny part about Clay Higgins, for some reason, trying to cover more for Donald Trump.
And now we will be calling up Ms. Lee's motion as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. No. In the opinion of the, pardon?
The ayes have it.
In the opinion of the chair, the no has it.
Recorded vote, sir.
Recorded vote is called for. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Gosar. Mr. Biggs. Ms. Mace. Aye. Ms. Mace votes aye. Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry votes aye. Ms. Boebert. Mr. Jack.
Aye.
Mr. Jack votes aye. Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee votes yes. Mr. Bell.
Aye.
Mr. Bell votes aye. Ms. Simon. Aye. Ms. Simon votes aye. Ms. Presley. Ms. Presley votes aye. Mr. Garcia.
Aye.
Mr. Garcia votes aye. Mr. Chairman. No. Mr. Chairman votes no. Mr. Biggs is not recorded. Mr. Biggs votes nay. Mr. Chairman, on this vote, the ayes are 8, the nays are 2.
The subcommittee stands adjourned.
I'm going to tell you guys a little more details of how that whole thing went down. So they came back, they had the vote. When they had the vote, Clay Higgins thought that he would throw a monkey wrench in it and figured that these Democrats wouldn't want to continue to vote this way on subpoenaing these Epstein files. And the reason he tried that was he tried to submit some more information, some, I guess, discovery information about Joe Biden and communications about Joe Biden and all that stuff. And they figured that, these Democrats in this particular subcommittee hearing would be like, oh my God, it's something about Joe Biden. I don't think I want to vote on this anymore. And they said, yes, add that to it since you thought that would derail us. He added that information, still had the vote. Higgins was the only no vote. With the vocal vote, they start with the ayes versus the nays. And generally the chairman listens to whether or not the ayes are louder than the nays, which is doesn't seem like a very efficient system, but still, we use that in 2025. And then once that chairman then determines, well, the ayes have it or the nays do, sometimes they move on. But another person in the room can then say, how about we have a roll call vote, which is what happened, because it was obvious that everyone said aye, and it was one guy that said nay, and his name was Clay Higgins, the chairman of this whole thing. He even said the no has it, not the no's have it, the no has it. So the one guy against the other 8 has it. By the way, as you saw, there's multiple Republicans that joined Democrats in voting for this. And that's one of the reasons why I believe Summer Lee asked for this to happen right here in this particular hearing. So you noticed the certain Republicans that are on board with finding out all this information were in the room. She said, now is a good time for us to get all on record and probably win this vote to get these files subpoenaed. And then when it all went down, they had to have the full vote, and Clay Higgins then lost. Again, he added the information that he apparently wanted on Joe Biden in this vote, and he still voted no. Why'd you add it, bro? I thought you wanted to see that stuff. Everything is political. Everything is a cover-up. Everything has them dropping to their knees and kissing Donald Trump's left and right ass cheeks at the same time. You know, they got an efficient way of doing that, but a very inefficient way of voting here. So Clay Higgins was embarrassed, and now he's looking for ways to, I guess, take the next step and cover and hold all these things up. But that was embarrassing, bro. How long are we gonna allow these guys to then, when these guys go to campaigning again, Mike Johnson, who just adjourned the House for the whole month and an extra week because he wants to avoid this, who just started slamming the table yesterday to act like he cares about this whole thing. Clay Higgins, another Louisiana politician, tried to shut this whole thing down and act like a single nay vote was more powerful than the 8 aye votes that actually asked for this subpoena. Why do you not want to see the information, Clay? Why do you not want to see the information? Do you know what's in it? Did Donald Trump tell you to make sure anytime? Did they have a whole like Republican meeting where they said anybody who has any position of power at any point, even if you're chairing one particular hearing at a time and you're not going to be doing it tomorrow, make sure you find any and every way to shut this down. And if someone asked you that you're loyal to, wouldn't you ask yourself, should I be loyal to this guy? None of them have any principles. None of them do. They're afraid of him.